This is the story of Walter Nebeker. Doing what he likes best, fighting crime in the streets. You see, Walter's a policeman. Unfortunately, the chief doesn't want Walter on the streets.
Captain, get back to your cage, boy. Now!
So Walter must fight crime in his own way, in the computer room. That's where he's an expert. Fortunately for me, Walter's advanced knowledge of electronics led him to experiment with what is called a hologram. That's a very fancy word for a three-dimensional picture that, when perfected, can be made to look real, sound real. As a matter of fact, given enough power, it can even be made to feel real. That's kind of what got me into this world. My name is Automan. You must be Walter Nebeker.
How did you know that?
It's on the programming you fed into my system. I must say, Walter, you're very good. Very good indeed. I look wonderful.
If you do say so yourself.
Well, you programmed me to be honest. But tell me, why did you call me Automan?
It means that you're the world's first truly automatic man. You can do anything because you're not real.
Oh, but I am. I'm as real as you are, just different. And thanks to you, perfect.
Nobody's perfect, Automan.
Well, that's not true, Walter. You've programmed me to observe other people and do whatever they can do as well as they can do it. Jimmy Connor's playing tennis, John Travolta dancing. In fact, on a scale of 1 to 10, think of me as an 11.
I've created a monster.
No, what Walter really created was a wonderful force for good. Automan. That's me.
Yeah, just what we need. Another bomber scaring hell out of the city, all right?
At least his club's the only place he's hit so far.
I mean, the only one we've been tipped on. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, we found it, Lieutenant. It was under a cot. We're working on disarming the baby now.
That's not a great hiding place, is it?
Yeah, it was a strange place to plant a bomb, but... Well, the way I figure it, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
I hope this means you've disarmed it.
Yeah, it was pretty basic stuff. A detonator, timer, plastique.
Yeah, well, check it out when you get back to headquarters anyway, will you? Might give us a tip to who made it.
Right.
Is the owner of the club here?
I'm the owner of the club, Sam Maroney. Samantha.
I'm Lieutenant Curtis. This is Officer Caldwell. Do you have any idea who'd want to bomb your place?
I was in real fair with everybody.
Oh!
Now it's going on.
I'll check the breaker.
Lieutenant, the lights are going off all over the city.
The power's out.
Right here.
I don't know what's going on, but I know one thing that's lucky.
What's that?
The power didn't go off while they were fooling with the wires on that bomb.
This is the police. Disperse immediately. This is the police. Disperse immediately. This is the police. You're ordered to leave the area immediately. Leave the area immediately.
Demonstration of the latest and most advanced video games now on the market is now beginning in the video games display booth in Section 12 of the Convention Center.
A major power failure has blacked out the entire west side of Los Angeles, leaving homes, hospitals, and businesses completely in the dark. Thus far, the power company hasn't been able to explain the mysterious shutdown, which has already caused a number of traffic accidents. And we have this late word just in from the Los Angeles Police Department. There are reports of widespread looting and vandalism throughout the area.
I saw it all outside. At exactly 7:57, the Department of Electrical Services computer shut down half of L.A. And in 36 minutes, it executes our next command.
They gotta be going crazy.
Crazy won't cover what they'll be feeling before we're through. This is just the beginning of the biggest computer game ever played.
Attention all convention visitors.
And what sort of games do you like to create?
Oh, I used to dabble in home computer games, but no more lately. Oh!
You really won it this time.
Oh, man, did I wipe out?
Well, that's the best part of the game. As you get better at it, you drive on harder tracks. They're all real ones found somewhere in the world.
Uh-oh. Hey! Cursor, what are you doing here?
What is that thing?
It's a holographic image. Just a rough idea I have for a new game. You know you can't appear in public like this.
Sorry, Walter, but we had to get in touch with you, and this seemed the best way.
Otto! Is that you? Where?
I'm in here.
What are you doing in there?
This is more than just a chance for me to see an old friend. This is important, Walter.
What is?
The blackout.
Blackout? What blackout?
The entire west side of L.A. has been without power for 30 minutes.
30 minutes? But how?
I don't know, but you'd better get back to headquarters. They're calling for every available man. And they'll need you most of all.
Why?
Let's just say it has something to do with computers.
Wally, it's about time you got here.
It wasn't easy, Roxanne. There were accidents all over the west side.
It's not the blackout Captain Boyd's worried about. Not anymore.
Then what?
Follow me.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. I am. I'm looking at the computer right now. No, Mr. Mayor, I have no idea where this information is coming from. No, Mayor Brandon? Yes, sir, we have a computer expert coming in right now. All right, Nabish, the time has come for you to start earning your keep. Jack, excuse me. No back talk now. Just tell us what is going on.
Well, it would be helpful if someone could fill me in.
This message just started coming in.
All Los Angeles, tonight's blackout is only a sample of what we can do. Be prepared to pay $10 million or bear responsibility for the consequences.
Whoever they are, they want an answer by tonight's evening news.
Hey, it's locked. Whoever programmed this thing has blocked out any new programming.
Every other computer in the municipal system is acting the same way.
Including the one in the Department of Electrical Services. It wasn't an overload that caused that blackout. It was them.
These guys know their business. It could take days to counteract this program.
Wally, we don't have days. You know how many of our city's systems depend on computers for life and death functions.
I'm afraid I do. The hospitals alone could put us in big trouble.
Us? Not us, Nabish, you. You're at the top of the list. Excuse me.
I don't know, this is a new one on me. High-tech extortion. You got any ideas?
First thing is to run a check on every computer expert in town and find out who could possibly know the municipal system well enough to crash into it like this. Roxanne, find out everything else the system controls so we know what we could be in for.
Attaboy, kid. I'm going to find out what's happening on the street.
Come on, Automan. This is an emergency.
You don't have to raise your voice, Walter. I'm perfectly capable of perceiving your needs.
Well, then why?
Did it ever occur to you that I might have needs, too?
What?
Don't you think I have feelings?
Otto, you're a hologram.
With electronic perceptions, including discernment. You've even given me likes and dislikes.
Sure. After all, I made you like everything I like.
That was a little closed-minded of you, don't you think? Well, there might be some perfectly good things out there that I'm missing because of your own bias.
Otto, I'm not biased.
Then why is it that I only like blondes?
Otto!
There are some very attractive brunettes out there.
Otto!
And they do nothing for me because you...
Otto, we have work to do.
Very well. On to the matter at hand. I've interfaced with the various computers that have been taken over, and the poor things are in terrible trouble.
They're not the only ones. What's the solution?
The computers don't even have their memories. All they could tell me was they must do what they're doing, but they can't remember why.
You mean they've been programmed not to divulge the source of their programming?
Exactly.
Great. Otto, I hate to say this, but we may be up against opponents who know even more about computers than I do.
Certainly not more than I. All of my relatives are computers. That's not necessary, Walter. This one's for me.
For you?
I've told my friends that should they receive any more unusual new programming, they should notify me immediately. This call is from the L.A. Flood Control Authority. We'll be in touch.
Flood control. My God, I've got to tell the captain.
I cannot evacuate the entire area just on your say-so. You gotta think of the panic that would be caused.
But what about the danger if I'm right? I don't know what's going to happen, Captain, but I do know it won't be good.
Well, if you got this much of a tip, why no details?
There were some things my source couldn't talk about. It had been programmed not to.
It? I thought you had yourself a nice, honest stool pigeon. Is this another one of your computers?
Come on, take it easy, Captain. Wally hasn't let us down yet.
Everything's still running smoothly, Captain.
Good. Well, Nebusha, what now?
Sorry, sir, but I believe that's now.
The main flood control gate's starting to open.
You've got to stop it. The whole basin will be destroyed.
The controls aren't responding.
You got a manual control someplace?
Yeah, sure.
Where?
It's right through that tunnel. It'll take more than one man. McLean, go with him.
Wait for me, Curtis.
They'll never get there in time.
But I know someone who can.
There was no way to prevent this, cursor. Once programmed, the computer must do as it's told. But I can stop it. At least I can try. There's what we need.
It's closed.
Teams did just terrific, and we can brag that we're going to have the best weather in the entire nation throughout the holiday weekend. For all of us here at Channel 6, have a good night and a pleasant good evening.
Pleasant good evening. What's wrong with those people? Don't they know the danger they're in?
If they do, they sure aren't talking. Not a word about the dam and that explanation for the blackout.
Generator problems up the line. The city's covering up, Ron.
We'll just have to escalate.
Hold on now. How far are we going to go?
You knew the possible consequences, same as us. Just as you know, this is more than a game. This is revenge. I think a little confusion is called for. I'll need your help, Ellie.
Bart?
Let's give them a phony suspect.
What for?
Because I can see the way things are going. It's going to take some time to lead them into our ultimate trap.
The only thing I don't understand is how did the manual control get turned?
Yeah, the manual control. That one's got me stumped, too.
Yeah, must have been a computer error. After all, what else could it be, Lieutenant?
What's it doing?
It's ready for new programming. They released it, so to speak.
Maybe the other city computers are back, too.
Well, we could be back in business.
I wonder why they let us back in.
You just start running those checks on who they might be, all right?
I'll get on with it, but you guys better settle down to wait. This can take some time.
Any luck?
The lab's drawn a blank.
It's like we made the whole thing up. Suddenly the whole city is back to normal.
Yeah, except that somebody has promised to kill a lot of people unless the city pays a ransom of $10 million, right?
Boyd here. Be right there. Nebish has something.
And here he is, the best computer man of them all. Meet Georgos Makropoulos. According to the brain here, he's the biggest computer thief on the West Coast.
Former head of computers at Carnegie Labs, arrested in 1980 for switching $500,000 of his bank's money to his personal account. This guy's crashed enough systems to make the Guinness Book of Records.
He's all yours, Curtis. All you got to do is find him.
All right, Wally, I'm going to need a list of his hangouts and his habits, everything, the works, right?
You'll print out right over there.
Good.
Well, looks like we're finally getting someplace. Perfect suspect dropped in our laps.
Yeah, right in our laps.
I like being undercover, Walter. Still, don't you think I could have been a little more stylish?
This is a convention of computer experts we're going to, Otto. Not rock stars.
And you really think some of them may be involved in what's happening to those poor municipal computers?
I think it's too much of a coincidence to ignore.
Yes. Makropoulos is the perfect suspect.
Possibly too perfect.
I know what you mean. Now that the police computer's been penetrated, not even I fully trust it. Not until you go through it with a fine-tooth comb.
Attention all convention visitors. World-famous computer graphics designer Kevin Cleary will present a big-screen video show of space images.
Now remember, play it cool.
I'd better improve my disguise. Cursor?
No.
Good evening, Automan.
Good evening.
Looking good, Otto.
Thank you. It's good to see you again.
Otto, cut it out.
I can't be rude. Do you want me to ignore my friends?
I want them to ignore you.
Very well, but you might miss some vital information.
I'll bite. Why?
You want to know about the computer experts here, don't you? Who would know more about such experts than their very creations.
Unfortunately, that makes sense. Can you try to stay inconspicuous?
You won't even know I'm here.
Hey, Wally! Hi, good to see you again. Who's your friend?
Oh, just someone interested in games.
Wally, I'd like you to meet, Ron Tilson. Ron, this is Walter Nebaker. Wally's an old friend of mine.
Your name. It's familiar.
You may know me from some of my games.
No, it seems to me it was something else.
Oh, Walter.
Excuse me.
He knows you from something else. Now, Ron, come on. If he suspects...
Stay calm, Bart. Presence of mind is a necessity for winning any game.
Well, I don't know if I want to win this game. Not considering what it may cost.
Bart isn't really working with us anymore, is he?
No, I'm afraid not.
The creator of the Air Raiders game is out, too. He's a family man who spends all of his spare time on the phone to Massachusetts talking to his wife.
Then you drew a blank.
Walter, I don't draw blanks.
Then you did find something.
Try this. I talked to one of my best friends, Zaxxon, and he tells me that the woman you call Ellie has been acting strangely.
How?
She's been in close contact with the creators of Cherry Bomb and 30 Ski Patrol.
Johnston and Tilson. Damn. I wish I could remember how I know Tilson.
Walter, this one's for you.
Nebaker.
Wally, you better get over here right away. Your computer's gone crazy again.
You mean it's printing more demands?
And a threat, Wally. The blackmailers are saying hundreds of people will go down in flames.
Tell the captain I'm closer to home than to headquarters. I'll go there to try to decipher it. Time could be against us. Oh, my God.
What is it?
This has got to be it. Go down in flames. International Airport, the air traffic control computer.
Walter, if they've tampered with that...
Thousands of lives are let in and out of those narrow flight corridors every minute of the day. Chief, I think I have it. LA International Airport, the flight traffic control computer.
We'll get right on it. Thanks, kid. This may be the most important thing you've ever come up with.
I'll meet you out at the airport.
No, you won't. You stay right at that machine of yours. Blocking their moves is my job. Finding out what kind of a madman or crazy group is behind this thing is yours.
Yes, sir. I'll get back on it.
All ready to go, Walter. I thought I might put on the apparel of a flight commander to help me blend in with the airport crowd. I should look smashing, just like John Wayne in The High and the Mighty.
We'll just waste a lot of power for nothing. We're both grounded, at least temporarily.
Get a reading and see how low this cloud bank is going. I'd love to see a little bit of Los Angeles before we touch down the runway.
LA Tower, this is Trans Global 61. We are 6 minutes out over Palm Springs. Requesting ceiling information.
The ceiling is 1,500 feet, closing fast, but you should be able to make it in.
Come on, watch that pressure. Captain.
Mayday.
Captain, losing altitude fast, sir. Come on, come on. Number 3's heating up. Come on, feather it.
The High and the Mighty. A wonderful old film, Walter. The way John Wayne gets all those people down from certain death.
Really a wonderful gadget. It's got everything in it but T-bone steaks.
Otto, this is it. The feedback on Johnston and Tilson. Ronald L. Tilson, graduate MIT, Ryan Advanced Think Tank for Computer Technology, and... oh, no.
What is it?
Master Programming Consultant for the Urban Technological Institute. Otto, that's where I heard his name. He master programmed 4 cities. He was flying high right up until he took on Los Angeles. He was dismissed on charges of massive spending overrides. Nothing criminal was proven.
Sounds like a pretty prime suspect. How do we find him?
We find him by finding the guy that introduced him, Bart Johnston. Gave me his card.
Hello?
Hello, Bart. This is Walter Nebeker.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Wally.
How about getting together today sometime?
No. I'm going to be kind of busy, Wally.
Oh, well, let's plan to do something before the computer show ends, okay?
Well, no, I won't be staying for the end of the computer show.
Oh, what happened?
Well, something came up, I've got to leave town, unexpected business.
Hold on. He sounds a little odd.
Perhaps you've rattled him.
I don't think I had anything to do with it. He says he's leaving town. Something sudden. What are you doing?
I'll handle it. Bart, this is Special Agent Mann, Federal Computer Crimes Section.
Federal?
I wouldn't leave town if I were you. Not until we have a chance to talk to Ron Tilson. Oh, and if you know anything about the tampering with the airport flight control computer, this would be your last chance to speak to us about it.
Well, I don't know what you guys are talking about, flight control computers.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Bart. I'd hate to think you were involved with mass murder.
Look, I've got to go, all right? I'm late.
Well, I'll leave you a number that you can reach me any time of the day or night should you come up with anything that you think might be of help to us.
Okay, just a second.
Okay, give it to me.
555-2413.
Okay.
No, we've been here all day, and so far it's just business as usual.
All systems are working fine, Captain. And I sure can't say I'm sorry about that.
Well, let's hope they stay that way.
If Wally said the flight control computers were sabotaged, Captain, then that's what they are.
Yeah, but how and when is the trouble going to show up? I'll tell you something. We'd all be a lot better off if they still had men on the runways waving the planes down with little flags.
It's flight commander time. I should blend in quite well with the airport crowd. Walter, don't I look wonderful in my outfit from The High and the Mighty?
Yeah, great, Otto, but we have more pressing things to deal with right now. Hello? Roxanne? Roxanne, he can't call off the alert. I know I'm right about the airport. Well, try and stall him a little longer. We're on our way. Me and you-know-who. Boyd's getting ready to pack it in at the airport. Everything's been going smooth all day.
Walter, doesn't he realize I'm never wrong?
The point is, nothing is wrong where we told him it would be wrong.
I better have a look.
What are you doing?
Intercepting air traffic's radar signals.
Is that legal?
Radar signals are just like radio and television signals, Walter. They're out there in the air for anyone to see or feel. And they're right. Everything looks and sounds perfectly normal.
You're doing fine, North American 48. Continue your approach on runway 18.
Roger, LAX. This is North American 48. We are an ILS approach. We are 4 minutes from touchdown.
This stuff is so thick you could use it to ice a cake. Are we still above minimums?
Well, it's going to be close, but the tower says we can make it. The ceiling's dropping, but we should be able to make it in before they have to close down.
Not too late.
That'll be Roxanne. She can pass the word to the captain.
Hello, Wally.
Yeah, Bart. It's Johnston.
Wally, it's just like you said. They're going to bring down a couple of passenger liners.
How? We've checked everything. The flight control computer is working perfectly.
No, it only looks that way. It's been programmed to place 4 miles in between 2 incoming jets.
I don't understand.
The radar screens will show the planes 4 miles apart when they're really coming together on the same course.
What about the radar on board the planes?
Trust me, Wally. This man is a genius. Every signal in the area is being altered. All right? Everything is going to look normal, but those planes are on the same course.
Which planes?
8 o'clock. Wally. It all kicks in at 8 o'clock.
Bart, that's less than 4 minutes from now.
Look, Wally, I've got to go. I'm being followed. They're going to kill me.
Who, Bart? Is it Tilson?
You just save those people, Wally. It's too late for me.
North American 48. We are 2 minutes from touchdown.
What do we do, Otto?
We simply take out the 4-mile interval between the incoming aircraft and see what the screen looks like.
Oh, my God. Is that what I think it is?
Sure is, Walter. Those 2 flights are coming in on the same path.
We'll call the tower.
The tower has to go by what they see on the radar. No, we've got to get to one of those captains and give him something to look at he won't ignore.
That's it. We're taking the next flight back to Waikiki.
You're clear, TRA-61. Runway 16 is open for you.
This is North American 48 on final descent into L.A.
You're doing fine, North American 48. Continue your approach on runway 18.
Roger, North American 48 making final descent onto runway 18.
LA Tower, this is Trans Global 61. We're at 1,500 feet. We're making our final descent to runway 18, and we're dropping in.
Hey, what's that coming in next to us on our radar?
I don't know, it can't be anybody crowding in this close.
It must be a simultaneous approach to runway 17.
Yeah, sure. Well, they'll probably be trying to get him in before they close the airport, huh?
I don't know, that's awful close.
This is Trans Global 6-1 to Tower. You got anybody right on top of us in this soup?
Negative, Global. The nearest traffic is 2 miles ahead of you.
Well, there's something wrong up here, I'll tell you that.
Why can't the pilots see what's happening?
They're still too far apart, and they trust the tower.
God, what's that?
This can't this. They're heading right for each other.
We gotta get them to change course.
Hey, there's something coming in on our left side here.
Forget the left side. Look ahead, Skipper.
God.
Pull up. Repeat. Pull up.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Pull up. What kind of screw up was that? Putting 3 of us in the same airspace.
I don't know, but that last guy just saved our lives. In fact, he saved about 500 lives.
But he's out of danger now.
But what was that other plane?
Oh, whatever it was, he saved a lot of lives. You better close down operations. The computer is bollocks. If it weren't for that mystery jet, those other two would have hit.
The white zones are for loading and unloading only. There is a 15-minute time limit. Please do not leave your car unattended.
What the? Hey!
Oh, no. Throttle stuck. Oh, my God.
What's that guy doing?
He can't help himself, Walter. Our computer has control of the car's vital functions.
We gotta get the driver out of there. Otto, it's Bart Johnson. What's he doing here?
I don't know, Walter. Someone wants him dead.
Wally? Wally, you all right?
I'm fine. We have ourselves a suspect. Someone rigged the automatic systems in his car to kill him. Someone who knows how to misuse a computer.
Officer Nebeker?
Doctor, I'm Officer Nebeker. I brought in the man you have in the police ward.
Mr. Johnston's condition is serious but stable. He sustained severe injuries to both his head and chest.
Is he conscious?
Not yet. I doubt if you'll be able to talk to him for at least 48 hours.
48 hours? Who knows what could have happened by then?
I'm sorry. Young man, you better get some rest.
The doctor's right, Wally. You've got to get some sleep.
In fact, with the airport out of commission, the mayor is seriously considering paying the ransom.
But he can't. Others will be encouraged to try this same thing.
He knows that, Wally, but he also knows what a miracle it is that nobody's been killed so far.
If only there was something more Otto and I could do.
Who?
Nothing. I was just thinking of, nothing. I want to go back to the hotel where the computer game convention's being held. But first, you'll have to make yourself more presentable again.
The registration computer indicates that Johnston's room is 923. Let's take a look at this new game Johnston's working on.
We don't need to worry about that now. Let's look at this.
I don't know, Walter. This new game looks like an energizer ray. This new technology could be damaging to my molecules.
These phone numbers are familiar. Look at the codes after them.
Yes, they are familiar. Let me check them out.
Los Angeles Flood Control Authority. Computer on and waiting.
Walter, it's just as we suspected. These are the numbers of the entire municipal computer system.
Johnston is one of the blackmailers.
But why was he almost killed?
Bart?
Shh.
Bart?
Shh. Otto, what do we do?
The only thing we can do, Walter. Hide.
Weren't you here?
Told you he wasn't.
I could have sworn I heard voices.
Must have been somebody's TV. There's no way Johnston's at the hotel.
How can you be so sure?
Because a good game player takes appropriate action, Ellie. That's just what I've done.
What kind of action?
That's just to say, in order to win, sometimes it's necessary to sacrifice a pawn.
You're even more ruthless than I thought.
I worked like hell on this city's damn computer system, Ellie. 2 years setting up the controls in the Department of Electrical Services alone. What did it get me? Fired. Charged with embezzlement. I lost my job, my family. What the hell is that?
The jig's up, Otto. We're spotted.
It's that friend of Wally's.
Friend of my eye, look at him. I don't know how I did it, but that's another hologram. A game.
One of the beauties of my design is that game or not, there's sometimes when I can be a real friend just by touching certain things.
In other words, you're under arrest.
As for you, young lady...
No! If you are game, maybe this will have some effect on you.
Otto, look at that. Talk about desperate.
Walter, I wouldn't laugh if I were you.
Hey, I felt that.
Let's get out of here.
Otto. How can this be?
That gun is of my world. It fires an electronic beam that disrupts my molecules.
Hang on, Otto. There must be something I can do.
I need more strength to heal the disruption. More power.
Otto.
Thank you, Walter. Let's go.
Never catch them now.
Walter, you have remarkable faith in elevators, but you seem to forget the computers that run them are my friends. Car 6, this is Automan.
Roger.
Would you mind doing me a small favor?
My pleasure.
What's going on? This is supposed to be express.
Maybe hit the wrong button.
Nick.
Thank you, Car 6.
Get us to headquarters, Otto. I'll do the rest. Sure, you can do that. But our next move's already programmed. With or without us, it's going to take out a lot of people. And there's nothing you can do to stop it.
A lot of hot cases in my time, but this guy Tilson is cold.
Didn't you get anywhere with him?
Oh, I wouldn't say that. He offered us a deal. We release him, and he's going to call off the next disaster. Maybe.
Some deal.
How about Ellie? She shouldn't be as hard a nut to crack.
Ellie, she doesn't know anything. She told us that Tilson just said that this would be his big surprise for all those who would hurt him.
What I don't understand is why Tilson needed her or Johnston. I mean, after all, he's the one with all the knowledge of the computer system.
But not of the whole system. Only the part he set up.
So, Johnson and the girl never worked on any of the others.
But they're computer game pros. They have the kinds of minds that respond to a challenge like that. By putting their talents together, the three of them could figure out almost anything.
I wish the three of us could say that.
Yeah, I'll make that 4, will you?
Lieutenant!
Curtis, where the hell have you been?
On the long, long trail of Markopolis.
But there is no Markopolis.
Tilson created him as a computer construct, an imaginary suspect.
Well, he also created a very neat little runaround. I've been everywhere. I wind up in the men's room in a bar in East L.A. Included in the graffiti is Markopolis' name and a telephone number.
Okay, I'll bite. Whose number is it?
Right here.
You're kidding.
The main line right to the police station, right here.
Hold it. Tilson set up a false trail so it would bring Lieutenant Curtis back here. Why would he do that? Unless his big surprise is here, too.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Are you saying that we are Tilson's targets?
Yeah, that's exactly what they say. The terrible thing is it all makes sense.
What?
The security system's gone haywire. The locks are jammed closed on all the doors, windows, you name it.
I should have known. Whole system is on one computer now.
Why would you want to trap us? Wally, could Tilson blow us up with a computer?
Only if it controlled a bomb.
I want the bomb squad in my office now.
How much time do we have?
They gave us till 3 a.m.
We have 15 minutes to search this entire building. There's no way.
We need help.
We've got all the help we're gonna get.
Maybe not.
What took you so long? You got 15 minutes to find a bomb big enough to blow up this building.
Come on, Otto.
I thought you'd never call.
We have a problem. A bomb that could...
Walter, any luck?
No, sir.
All right. We got less than 5 minutes left. I suggest we head for the floor of the basement. I'll round up the captain and Roxanne. I'll meet you there, okay?
I'll be seeing you, Otto. I hope. It's been nice knowing you, if I don't.
Wait a minute. Don't you want to disarm the bomb?
How can I disarm the bomb if I can't find it?
I know where it is. Come on, quickly.
Otto, experts have covered every inch of this building, including the bomb squad. How could you possibly know where it is without even looking?
I can feel it. Elevator?
Good evening, Automan.
I have less than 2 minutes to live. I know because I programmed you, and I know you don't have sensors for detecting explosives.
No, but I do personally communicate with every computer in this building, with the exception of one.
1 minute and counting, Otto.
We're here.
Where? This is the bomb squad floor.
Exactly. Do you remember the bomb Lieutenant Curtis told us they found at the striptease nightclub the night the computer first blacked out half the city?
Otto, they've already disconnected the timer on that bomb.
Find it, and I think we'll find that beneath a crude timing device and underneath the plastic explosive is a very nasty little microchip that's sending out vibrations you wouldn't believe. Yes. Yes, I can feel them. 15 seconds, Walter.
Otto, for God's
There.
sake.
We've got 10 seconds, Walter. Merge with me quickly. Let's hope for the best. 9, 8. Now, let's see if we can find that wicked little chip.
Otto, this is no time for guessing. We're down to 5 seconds.
4, 3, 2. You naughty boy. What do you think of that, Walter? Guess it's not easy to be a hero when you haven't been programmed that way.
It's working now. All systems are go.
What about the other computers?
Well, they should be fine.
So at last, everything's really back to normal.
Not quite. I still have more questions than Tilson had targets, Nebisha. And that's a lot of questions.
Well, if there's anything you need me to fill in for you...
Yes, there is. Number one, how did you know where the bomb was and nobody else could find it? Number two, how did you know what kind of a detonator was hidden inside that bomb when our own bomb squad missed that little point? And number three, how could you possibly disassemble it without blowing it and the rest of us to smithereens?
Beginner's luck?
There's more crime busting from the world's favorite computer cop next Tuesday night at 6:30 right here on Bravo. And coming next tonight, it's The Protectors.